Chair recognizes Ms. Luna from Florida.
Thank you, Chairman. Secretary Granholm, earlier when Representative Burchett asked you about some UAP stuff, you said that the DoD essentially had denied any existence of that, and you referred to them as drones, correct?
It's my understanding that the Department of Defense has looked at this and issued a report about it.
I have a lot of questions, so just quick and concise if possible. There have been persistent claims and reports, including those from credible whistleblowers to this committee, suggesting that the U.S. government, potentially including the Department of Energy, has been involved in reverse engineering technologies recovered from UAP. For example, the Pentagon's proposed Kona Blue program aimed at reverse engineering such technologies, although it was ultimately not established. Can you clarify whether the Department of Energy has been involved in any such efforts, or, either historically or currently, to analyze reverse engineering materials from related to UAPs?
I have no knowledge of that.
Okay, there are several reports indicated frequent drone incursions over DOE nuclear facilities, including an incident on April 1st, 2021 at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, also known as LLNL. Can you detail the DOE's current security measures to prevent unauthorized drone activities or UAPs, and what steps are being taken to enhance these measures of frequencies of incidences?
Yeah, we have a whole counter drone effort to make sure that all of our national security sites and our labs are protected from incursions from drones, I'll just say, that are not authorized. So there's a whole series of protocols, probably not ripe for discussion in this public setting.
Correct. So I reviewed some unclassified materials from around the 40s and 50s, and so they weren't just being reported as drones back then, and I encourage you to look over those materials because I think that you guys should be upgrading that program to cover down on UAPs. There have been documented sightings of metallic spheres over DOE facilities, if you want to call them drones in this instance, such as one report on April 30th, 2019 over LLNL. What investigations have been conducted in regards to these sightings, and what conclusions do you guys have about the nature and origins of these objects?
I'm happy to follow up with you on that.
Okay, we'll be submitting also too for public record some questions after this, if you could please answer those. Considering the DOE's involvement in nuclear and sensitive research facilities, how does the DOE coordinate with agencies like the Department of Defense and AARO to investigate UAP sightings?
We obviously are teamed with the Department of Defense because of our national security and nuclear mission.
Are you able to cite any specific investigations or shared data analysis efforts?
I don't have information on that.
Okay. As of right now, again, we'll be submitting some questions for you after this, but I hope that you guys can answer those in a timely fashion. And again, for those that might be tuning into this, I would encourage you to look at some of those unclassified materials, and we'll be happy to provide your office with that. I'll just follow up by one other question, I guess, to close it out. Does the DOE currently work with JSOC in order to handle security measures?
We work with all of the security entities around the federal government. We're part of an overall all-of-government effort on both cyber as well as national security.
Do you guys work with JSOC? Yes or no?
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. I yield the rest of my time, Chairman.
Would the gentlelady yield your remaining time? Madam Secretary, what's the exact position of this administration with respect to nuclear?
We are in favor of nuclear power.
What has the Biden administration identified communities that are welcome to nuclear? There are communities around America that would welcome nuclear. I represent one, Paducah. There are communities that I don't think would be very receptive to nuclear. Does the administration have a database of communities? I mean, you could say you're for it, but is it a sincere support of nuclear?
Yes, we're investing huge amounts in nuclear power, in advancing small modular reactors, advanced nuclear reactors. We are supporting them with Congress's help. We firmly believe that nuclear is an important part of our trajectory.
What's the
to get to
timeline?
net zero. It's now. I mean, we are always encouraging utilities. For example, Vogtle, as you're probably aware, has just turned on its 4th unit. We're very supportive of that. It was through the Loan Program Office that was made possible.
With respect to that, Louisville, or what about coal? What's the exact position of the administration with respect to coal? Because there's still an effort to continue to shut down more coal-fired plants. I personally believe that coal needs to be in entire energy portfolio in America. I represent a huge coal-producing district. We also have a lot of coal-fired facilities left in Kentucky that have uncertain futures. What's the position on coal?
I mean, obviously, coal burns and has a huge CO2 footprint, and so
Clean coal.
Well, is there a good clean coal? We're excited to be able to continue to pursue that. We've been looking at all sorts of technologies through our National Energy Technology Lab on coal and how you can capture and sequester the CO2. We know that a lot of coal plants are shutting down because of economics, not because of the regulatory footprint. But we also, we also want to help energy communities to be able to produce the power for the next 100 years too. And that's why a lot of the incentives that have been adopted by Congress and that we are implementing are to put facilities on those coal plants that would, for example, nuclear facilities on coal plants would enable us to be able to continue to employ those workers and power our nation for the future.
My time's expired. I'll have some more questions later.